Happy 10-year YouTube anniversary to us.
Yeah, our first video on YouTube went up on this day 10 years ago.
So we've decided to do a little bit of a throwback. We're going to be looking for lamps to make over at the end of the video. We're also going to be putting in a few clips. Back in the day, it was just me. Zeb didn't like to be in front of the camera, so we don't have any throwbacks of Zeb.
Nope.
But we're going to do a throwback of our very first video, and then we've got a giveaway coming. So stay tuned to the end so you can find out how to win for our 10-year YouTube anniversary.
We're headed back to the yard. We're gonna go look at some lamps. So the reason we're looking at lamps, what was our first video?
Lamps, one of which I spray painted.
We spray painted it in the kitchen. We're still painting in the kitchen 10 years later, but we no longer spray paint.
Or no, it was spray painted. I don't know. The only lamp I like is that big old lamp right there.
The big, oh, that huge one? What would we do with that thing?
I don't know.
Let's see if I can get back there and show you guys.
I like this lamp shade.
That is a giant lamp. $10, Jamie, with that shade.
It's 15.
It's more for the shade than it is for that big old lamp.
But I like it.
Do you want to see what it might look like together?
We need a harp though. Okay.
So Jamie's looking at shades, doing different things with this. She loves this shade. That shade is $15.
And the lamp is 25.
And the lamp is $25. So she's $40 into that lamp if she gets both of those. I'm still looking for some sort of Harper shade that'll fit on this.
I'm doing this one.
You're going to do that one? Look what I found back here behind though. While I was looking, this is $7. But if it's an old General Electric and someone's put an Edison bulb in it, I'm gonna go check and see if it works. Look at the wiring on this.
I do love this.
They're
not a lampshade like.
This is like super long, heavy duty industrial for like a shop. All right, this big one is the one I'm going for. Jamie got both of these lamps. Now we got to find shades for this one. It's got kind of a different style. It doesn't have a harp up top. But since we're here, we're going to go do some other thrifting and see what we can find.
So my lamp and shade takes up most of my cart. We'll see what else we've got here. Oh, sad day. Got a chip on that Pyrex. I think somebody painted and stamped it. I've not seen that before. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm always buying a ton of dishes. It's my Achilles heel, but you know what? You got to have a good selection so that way people come into the shop and they know there's always something for everyone. Ooh, speaking of which, here's a smaller of these Corel wares. I'm going to get all of them.
I'm going to grab this. $4, just a little dry brush, and I think we'd be right on target.
So here's the matching Corel cups. I saw some saucers, so I'll see how many complete sets I can make. So here's the stack of saucers. So we'll count, make sure we've got an even amount. All right, so I've got 14 sets of cups and saucers.
Sad day. I might just have to help Jamie with her lamp. I was watching this wobble around and I looked. It's got a big break right there. So I'm gonna go put that back. Let's go see how much they want for this clock. $60. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. Looks like it had a finial or something up on top. It's probably what this is part of. A little sad that that won't clasp.
Zeb, you want to tell them about the deal that you made?
All right, so I got to talking to him about lamps, and the manager comes over and he's like, no. Someone swapped that shade off of another lamp that was that price. This lamp here's got a crack in it. He's looking over it and telling me all this stuff. He's like, I'm gonna do this lamp for 10 with the shade and this lamp for 15 with the shade.
So we got out of there for $25 for both the lamps, both the shades. The manager okayed it. I thought that they were a little off priced, and I feel like it's always worth asking because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So I'm much happier to spend $25 for 2 lamps as opposed to 40. It was going to be 40, 50, 65, 68 is what it would have been. So, and then, you know, a few extra things. The lamp projects are home. I'm going to have Zeb insert some of the old footage here in a little bit so you can see what 10 years ago kitchen Jami painting was like. Hi, Jami Ray here with Jami Ray Vintage with a lamp and lampshade DIY. We're going to start off with some lamps that you can find at your local thrift store or at a yard sale or maybe at one of your flea markets, and then some lampshades. And I'm going to go ahead and spray this. First you got to shake it. Okay, and you're going to spray in a nice even pattern. It's important to make nice long strokes. That way you don't have any dripping. So I've got a few places in it where there's chips. So it's a pretty inexpensive, I think I paid maybe $5 for it at the thrift store. It'll take a couple coats to get it all done. But since not everybody has a spray gun, I'm going to show you how to brush it. And I will, after I get the first coat on, I will take 120 grit sandpaper or sanding block, and I will buff it in between. If you enjoyed this segment of Jami Ray Vintage, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more DIY.
It was a different house, a different kitchen, but still similar vibes with the drop cloth.
Yeah, well, you know, some things never change. You know, I need a little water and don't put too much salt wash. I've got salt wash in Provincial, although now I might have put too much water in it.
So that's what the salt wash looks like. It comes in a bunch of different sample sizes. This is the big tub if you got big projects.
Yep, we're just gonna, oops, nope. I added too much water. The problem is I don't have very much Provincial left and I'm really trying to make magic here. So I added a little water and now it's too thin.
In the original video, we spray painted.
We spray painted and we painted with Fairy Chalk Mother, which is a brand that's like not even around anymore. All right, here we go. I shouldn't have added water, but we're gonna get some texture anyways. The salt wash is gonna help with that.
They bring you in close. If you paint this whole thing and I film it, it'll be just like the old video.
Yeah, because you weren't in the old video.
I didn't even talk. I'm like back here like holding my breath so you couldn't even hear me breathing.
Can you tell them why you weren't in the videos?
I didn't like to be in videos. I had performance anxiety on camera.
You were shy. I've had social anxiety in general. I think the last decade you've really come out of your shell.
It depends. There are moments when I'm still like, no, I'm not doing that.
We are going to be doing a giveaway, guys. So make sure that you comment below with your favorite Jami Ray Vintage memory. And also share this video either by text or email. Or if you're on Facebook, you can just hit that share button. And next week on Thursday's video, we will announce 2 winners. One from YouTube and then one from Facebook. And I'm going to send you over $100 worth of product, some of our favorite things, because I want to celebrate 10 years. That's a long time.
We also didn't have dogs in the background walking around. The dogs are new to this house. We had dogs when we were first married. And then my childhood dog that we had, she passed away. And we didn't get dogs for like 20 years.
It's because dogs are messy.
Did you hear that, Rex? You hear what she's saying about you? I'll try to dig up a video if I can. I just came to the shop to grab a couple of cans of paint that we were low on at the house. We used to just have a small hutch. This is back in the shipping room. And now we have an entire room filled with like paint. And this is just a part of it. We have milk paint in the other room, but it's fun to see where you were at and how much things can change in 10 years.
So adding the salt wash and a tab of water made this much paint actually get almost full coverage I'm going to, Zeb grab some more Provincial in the cottage color. I'm going to add a second layer on here because I want a little bit more texture, but I do like kind of the all over because I just want to make it look like old stoneware pottery type situation.
Jami made up a little bit more of the salt wash mixture and she just wants it to be a little thicker. She was running a little thin on this last lamp.
You know, it's like the loaves and the fishes, how they like made it work. Sometimes I feel like with paint, you can like really stretch it out if you need to. I've definitely had to do that with projects over the years and come up with some creative ways to refinish stuff. I don't want it to be all the way full coverage because we're gonna come in with the plaster and then there's probably gonna be some waxing.
I don't even remember what the color of that, I'd have to watch the video.
I think probably like parchment and fairy chalk leather, I can't remember.
So that I'm not just the guy behind the camera in this one. We're gonna do the dry brushing. We've got some plaster out, making sure the brush is really nice and dry. I'll bring you up close so you can see.
This is where all that texture comes into play because it gives somewhere for that very dry brush to hit and get coverage on.
Now you notice we didn't worry about full coverage on that salt wash and Provincial mix.
Yeah, no, it doesn't need to be full coverage because you want like layers in your paint. So it's gonna take me a minute to get it all done, but it's really gonna look like old weathered textured situation.
Are you wanting to do another layer of like the colored wax or something on the top of this?
I might put some gold on here. Maybe some
gold would
wax.
be good.
But if you grab a brush, you can help me.
We could hit these with gold down here, this detail here.
Go around here, a little there, you know, little French country that.
All right, I'm gonna get in here on the dry brush with the plaster. Just a little dip, and then using the drop cloth to dry that out. And go all directions. That's how hard it is. Just make sure your brush is dry. That's the key.
You want your base layer of paint to be super dry too, otherwise you just blend it. Zeb's coming in with the golden ticket.
It's my favorite.
It's also got sealer in there. We have used literally like this much paint. We finished off this can. There was a teeny tiny bit. We didn't really even need to get that second coat.
We haven't really used it, right?
Yeah, we haven't used much plaster, and it's not going to take much golden ticket. One of these containers lasts us a really long time.
I think we opened this one up in April, and we've painted several pieces with it, like all the way gold, like full coverage gold. Dry brush, just like before, we're going to hit the tops.
Well, and all again is your hand. There you go.
Just going to add some shimmer here.
A little shimmer, like a windshield wiper.
Here, let me get it down here so you can see. Can you get that angle?
Yeah, I can get there as long as you keep your hand that direction.
Okay, so dry again.
There we go.
And I mean, you can see how I'm holding the brush here. The brush is dry, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just slapping it on.
One of the things I love about redoing lamps is in about an hour, you can get a lot of transformation. Now, we did have to use a heat gun.
There were two of us.
Yeah, there were two of us. We worked with it, though. So you've got some of that base color coming through, which was essentially the first layer. And then we did the salt wash with the Provincial. That gave us our texture. Then dry brushing the plaster actually took quite a bit of time. And the golden ticket. I think the dry brush takes the longest because you just got to keep going. But you can kind of see where that gold just really shines on these lamps.
You want to take your time on the dry brush because that's the final coat. Whether it's the gold or the plaster or whatever colors you choose, that if you take your time on that, like sometimes I'm like, oh, I missed a spot of gold, but then I'll look at it from another angle and it's just because we added that texture on there, it's catching the light different. So as you look around, it's different from all angles.
All right, don't hate me, but I think we need to do something on this lampshade. Like, what about using one of our French stencils in plaster?
Okay.
And then that way they kind of coordinate, but not an exact match because that's too stark. We need something on there.
No, I think that's fine.
All right, so we've decided to use our Grains French grain sack stencil. This is one of our big ones. I'll make sure Zeb links this exact stencil because we have hundreds and hundreds of stencils, so I want to make sure you guys can find it. We're going to flip it upside down. because otherwise we'd have this tail hanging out, and we're just going to do.
I think I kind of like it right there. Like
yeah, we're not going to do this part of it. We're going to stop right there.
Because this makes it really nice and straight.
Yeah.
So
and then it gives us about the same gap on top and bottom.
Yeah.
You see, we've had this stencil a long time, and it's still hanging around. This is our very first one that we ever got.
Is it?
Yeah. The very first one that we ever got of the style. And how many things have we stenciled with this? I would say probably at least 50 things.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I'm using the 3/8. Oh no, this is 1/2 inch.
1/2 inch JRB
brush.
stencil brush with plaster cottage color. Now you can see we've got a few little details that have flipped up here. But Zeb will just hold those down.
Yep, I'll just make sure to hold them down.
That's my bad. I wasn't careful when I cleaned them. But you know, they're still, our stencils are so nice and thick that they hold up well.
All right, I'm going to keep on stenciling this because this is going to take a minute, and then we'll show you the reveal. But you can kind of see I'm making sure my brush is pretty dry. It's a fabric, so it is a little, you can go a little juicier, but you don't want it to run up underneath still. So
yeah, you can't fix it.
It's better to come back over a second time than to try to get full coverage on a stencil right off the bat.
So we want kind of a worn look, because if you look close, this is not like a super solid, it's more like a textured denim. So we're just gonna go with like 1.5 coats, and that's gonna give us an aged look. Let's see. See how you did, Zeb. Oh, that is actually so good.
I thought I went juicy in a couple spots, but it actually looks like it's great all the way around.
Right. Let's see it on here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's so much better.
Does it help it match that up?
Yeah, it does. Like, they both got like this French vibe going. Obviously not a match set, but they could go in the same room. I'm going to sell them individually, but somebody might want the both of them.
Thanks for hanging out with us for the last 10 years on YouTube. It has been a journey for us, and we wouldn't be here without you. We really appreciate you guys watching, supporting us on the website. I can't count all the blessings. It's been great.
What a decade it has been. I was thinking actually where our feet are standing right now. 10 years ago, I couldn't have even dreamt about standing in a home that I own, that's antique, that we refinished and rebuilt ourselves, along with our shop that we own, and all of that is to YouTube. So if you guys are creative and you've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel, slow and steady wins the race. We don't have millions of subscribers, but looking back on all these clips and video footage that we put in this video of the last 10 years, it's been a lot of fun. Don't forget our giveaway. Comment with your favorite memory. I can't wait to read them all. Be sure to share. And then next Thursday's video, we will pick one commenter from Facebook and YouTube to send over $100 in product to say thanks for 10 years.
I think even at the end of this video, I'm going to go grab our old sign out with Jack, talking about, giving us a thumbs up and subscribing, because it's cute. His little voice.
He's grown up a lot. He's grown up on YouTube. It's been fun.
Yeah, you guys have seen that.
If you guys need any paint and products for your thrift flips, be sure to visit JamiRayVintage.com. Both of these lamps will get listed. They'll be our 10-year anniversary lamps. They'll be listed when this video goes live. And if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY
and thrifting.
Hit the subscribe button.